Well, g'day everyone. You never guess what? I've been at it again. I think I'm keeping the Chinese economy afloat. So, it's TEMU time. Okay, let's see what we've got today. Well, first up, I got these. 5 of them. So I got 5 of these. And these are just a little thing to sit my melons on. Now that didn't come out right. This is something to sit my pumpkins and watermelons on to keep them off the dirt. The problem is when they sit on the ground, that underneath can get soft, and we get those horrible slaters in chewing away at the bottom, particularly the pumpkins like the ironbarks and jarradales. They get in where the stalk is, opposite the stalk, the underneath bit, and they eat their way in. So I'm hoping by sitting them on these, keeping them off the ground, we will get less rot and less insect damage. So I'll go out and we'll try that on a few of the butternuts I've got, and that's pretty much what I've got out there at the moment, butternuts, but we like butternuts. So we'll see how these go. Weren't expensive, price up there. Unfortunately, I didn't get any freebies this time around, but we also got these white boxes. But what they actually are is, if I carefully pull it out, they are yellow sticky things. So if I put my finger on there, we can see they're really, really sticky. So you've got to be careful getting them in and out. Ugh, there we go. The yellow is meant to attract the fruit flies, and when they land on it, of course, they'll stick. I'm usually not overly keen on most of these types of sticky traps because I've found geckos and lizards caught in it, which is basically defeating the purpose because they eat the insects. But these ones have a couple of little traps on them. I'm hoping this will stop the lizards getting in. And when we hang it up on a tree, it'll attract the fruit fly and we might catch a few. So I'll go and put these out. They were that much for 2 of them. See what they catch. And if they're catching the wrong things, we will take them down and bin them. I don't want it getting my beneficial insects. Oh, now I've stuck it to the lid. Awkward little things. So here we have our yellow strips, been up for a couple of days. Just see what they're catching. It only looks like it's catching some flies. It could be a fruit fly. We've got lots of those tiny little ones. It's not having a great deal of effect. Not considering a number of passion fruit, I forget what they're called, but they're a passion fruit, look like a little moth, passion fruit hopper. I've got lots of those around, but it's not catching any of them. Is it effective? I don't think so, not overly anyway. I'll go back to making my homemade traps like we have down there. They were cheap enough, but I don't think they're worth it. That's a mediocre one. We got what we paid for. You have any luck with these yellow sticky traps? Let me know in the comments. Right, so what else did we get? So a little shuffle in here. Oh. I'll open this one in a sec, but if anyone's been watching my channel, they know I have a weakness for sprayers. So I got another one. And this one came with a spare O-ring. Is for use on cool drink bottles. And it'll save me trying to charge up my USB one and some of the others, but I thought I'd give it a shot. So it comes with a little straw. Here's a cool drink bottle I prepared earlier by drinking it. We'll screw that on there. And we pump. And I think, because it doesn't come with instructions, of course, we hold that down in the pump and it will mix whatever we've got in here and spray it out of there. So I've actually got a good place to use this. So I'm going to put some pesto oil, garlic oil, depending which one I do, in here. We'll go out and we'll spray it around and see if it works. Again, just a little cheapy thing. Not sure how well it'll work, but worth a shot. And again, makes use of the old drink bottles rather than just throwing them out. Right, so here we have it, our little sprayer. I think pumping the handle fills this up with air, and then we push the trigger to let it spray out. So let's pump it up. Pretty straightforward. And what I've got in here is a bit of lime sulfur because we get a bit of a fungus problem on our plants down here. So we'll give it a spray, see what it looks like. Oh, it's pretty good. Looks like it's adjustable. It is. I think this is working quite well. For $3 or $4, that's pretty good. We'll be back in a sec. Let's go and spray down here, see how it goes. Pump it up. Needs regular pumping, but it's got a good spray pattern. Luckily we've had a bit of a cool day, so it's possible to spray this stuff. Can't spray it when it's hot. It's been really, really hot the last few days. Right, and would you look at that? It's emptied the bottle. So that reaches quite well. The spray itself is really good. And the adjustment's really good. I'm really happy with that. I might even grab another one or two because I'm not sure how long they'll last. They're not overly sturdy, but most certainly seems to work really well. Happy. That brings up a problem. One of the viewers said I'm not being curmudgeonly enough. This viewer also happens to be one of my PhD students, so Michael, I will try to be more curmudgeonly for you. Bloody mold, fungus, yeah. Hate those diseases I get on my plants. Mutter, mutter, curse, curse. Curmudgeonly enough. Now, how about that? The only thing that came with instructions is our sticky traps, which really don't need any. This is the main reason I put the order in. The rest was just to bring up the cost. So I got free shipping. I mentioned it before. I'll spend extra money to get free shipping. Silly idea. You do that? I think most people do actually. So this is because we've started to really like sourdough bread. And sourdough requires you to have a starter to kick it off and start brewing up the dough and getting the bubbles in it and making it sour. But we've been buying the freeze-dried sourdough starter. And I think even though it works, it's not ours, we're not making it, so that sort of takes away from the home baking bit. It's also a bit pricey, and we have to go out and get it, which is, I don't want to have to go out and get it. So we thought we'd make it ourselves. So this is the one we've been buying and using, and it certainly works. It's really nice, makes a very nice sourdough. Hence, this little thing. So in this box, we have a kniff, and it looks like it's just a silicone coating on a cheap piece of stamped metal, but may be useful. I hate to think what sort of metal is in there. Probably lead or cadmium or something. It certainly comes well packed in non-recyclable foam, so that's bad. But what we have, unbroken luckily, is a starter jar. Yeah, this is to start making our starter. And it's just a jar. It comes with a scale, and I've already stuck this on, a temperature gauge so we can make sure that our starter is staying at the right sort of temperature to be good. I believe if it's too warm, it will taste awful. If it's too cold, it won't actually live. Well, it'll live, but it'll be slow and not bubbly enough. So what else is in here? It comes with a nice little lid with a silicone seal on it, made out of wood or bamboo or something like that. Some some stickers, black stickers. And the nice thing about TEMU stuff is, if they give you black stickers, they give you a white text to draw on it. They don't often work. That one does. So we've got stickers and a pen to mark our dates for the culture. But these are the important things. The important thing is it's got the temperature, it's got the scale, it's got elastic bands, which we use to monitor the growth. So we pop a couple of plastic bands on there. I can't remember exactly how we do it, but I will show you very shortly when we try this out. And it's meant to show how much it's growing to make sure it's breeding properly or whatever it's doing. And also importantly, it comes with a little cap. Must have a small head to wear that. Let's pop that on. And this little cheesecloth cap will allow it to breathe without letting any of the nasty stuff in. So we shall give that a shot. It wasn't all that cheap, but it was cheaper than the stuff on Amazon, and it's really only, and I'm really only getting it because I wanted a glass jar with a lid and with this cap and the measurements on it. So I think it was about $14, $15. Price is up there. So there we have it. A few more TEMU goodies, bought mostly because I wanted a sourdough starter, but we'll give the other things a shot. Some of them will be a bit long-term before we find out if they work, like the sticky traps. So we'll leave them out for a while and see what they actually catch. The starter kit, of course, we'll set it up, but it'll take around a week, 10 days before we can try the starter out on our next batch of sourdough. So that'll be a little while too. But the others, as we saw, well, you can make your mind up on that. What do you think? You got any of this stuff? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do YouTubey things, but most importantly, enjoy life, and I'll catch you in the garden.